Hello and welcome back to Creative Pet Keeping. My name is Kasia, I am your host, and in today's video I am going to be unboxing a new fish that I got through a betta swap. Now I haven't done a betta swap in a while. Occasionally I will swap a betta with another breeder, and it's been a while since that's happened. The last time I did a betta swap, I made a boo-boo and I put in the wrong address and my fish got shipped to the wrong house and I had to go meet a stranger and get my fish back, and my fish was okay and everything turned out right, but that was kind of a hot mess. I actually link the video, I will link the link down below. I cannot words, but that's okay. So you can check that video out if you want to, but today's fish is going to be wild type betta that was captive bred by Taylor from Simply Betta. Now Taylor has a betta fish themed as well as kind of like a more aquascaping themed YouTube channel, and she's got a lot of cool videos. I particularly liked her betta fish room that is in a bathroom. It is amazing utilization of a small space, it's very efficient, and it just goes to show that, you know, you don't have to have a huge basement or a lot at your disposal to create your own little fishy corner. She will actually be posting, it should be up at the same time right now actually, a video of the fish that I sent her. So after watching this video, be sure to check the video out. But without further ado, why don't I show you the fish that I got, and afterwards I will explain to you why I got the particular fish from Taylor. So let's get started. Here is my package. Opening it up. First thing, I requested a picture from Riley, which is Taylor's daughter, and I got a picture. It says bettas in a fish tank. That looks pretty much how bettas in a fish tank would look. So very accurate. Riley's 3. Very cute. Got my request. See, this is nice. Sometimes when you swap fish, you get bonuses. Let's see how Taylor packaged this. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, there's just like a lot of stuff in here. So, it's warm. I think she used a heat pack. She did. I wasn't sure whether to do a heat pack for mine, so I didn't, but I insulated it quite a bit. So the heat pack is pretty toasty, and then she made a little barrier right here to let the heat go through but not get too warm, and then fill up right here, and this should be where my little girly should be. So we swapped female Betta Mahachai. Oh, she's bigger than the one I sent her. She should send me a big girl, oh my gosh. But she is alive and well. There's one-handed struggles, everything is stuck, but I kind of like how she made a little, almost little box shape out of the way she bagged. I'm always very curious how people bag and ship fish, but great job. She looks pretty good. Had a quick journey. I'm going to put her in a jar so I can kind of acclimate her, let her settle down in a jar, and we'll take a look at her in a little bit. So the reason that I got this particular fish was because I have been breeding the wild type betta called Betta Mahachai or Betta Mahachiensis, and the original pair that I got from one of the members of the IBC, which is the International Betta Congress, but I don't know the genetics of these fish, so they could have been a sibling spawn or siblings from the same spawn. They could have been line bred, or they could be an unrelated pair. I don't really know. So because the genetics are quite a mystery, and I've already bred the pair that I've gotten, I didn't want to do another sibling pair spawn because I just want to be on the safe side. Now with fish, you can inbreed a bit. The general rule of thumb is you can do up to like roughly 7 generations, although the less inbreeding you do, the better. So what I wanted to do was to get a female from Taylor so that I can do some outcrossing, and I will breed one of my males to Taylor's females, and that will ensure that my fish will have good genetics. So as I spread them around the hobby and other fish keepers, hopefully I will be spreading around kind of more viable fish. Hello, welcome to my floor corner. cooler corner. It's a great magical corner next to the Betta fish divider tank. So over here is where I got some of my jars and some of the fish that I am temporarily jarring. Keep in mind, I don't permanently keep fish like this. I prefer to keep my fish in tanks long term, short term, especially for quarantine purposes. This works pretty well. And if you're a breeder, when you have babies or other fish and you have to keep a lot of fish, sometimes jarring is the only viable option, although it is a more difficult option. So if you're a beginner and you want to keep your bettas as pets in jars, I recommend tanks. It'll be a lot easier, but sorry, I had to go on that little tangent and there's a lot of waving. But normally what I would do is, in the past, I've heated my entire room to upwards of 80 to like 81 degrees, but it's been difficult because my heater is old and awful, this thing right here, and sometimes it will maintain that temperature, sometimes it will not. So my temperature was not as stable as I would like it to be, and my heat bill was horrible. So this year I decided to finally try using Reptile heat cable, which is right over here. I got a low wattage one. This one's about 15 watts. Usually when you do heat cable, you want to do a heat cable plus some sort of temperature probe to help control the temperature. But I've noticed some people, some Betta breeders use the lower wattage ones without using temperature probes, and it's worked pretty well to heat the jars only a few degrees warmer without cooking your fish. Now, before I did this, I did test the jars. So I had jars with no fish filled up with water, and I ran them for a few days just to see what the temperature was, monitored it every day just to kind of be sure before I put fish in here. But that's sort of what I've been doing at the moment. These little heat cables are quite nice. They're keeping my fish at a nice and toasty temperature of about around 78 degrees, which I particularly like. This allows me to actually keep my fish room a little cooler than usual. So I've been keeping my fish room at about 76 degrees, which is way more reasonable than trying to keep it at 80. So I prefer it that way. And then this means that the heat cables don't have to work as hard. I just wanted to kind of explain that. That's a cool little bonus information. So over here we have the Betta and Bella's pair that you've seen in my previous video. If you haven't, I will link you to that particular video so you can see how awesome they are. I have my veil-tail female that's a domestic Betta Splendens, but over here is actually the female that I got from Taylor a little bit later. Oh, her leaf is falling. So she's hanging out right here. She has some tannins in her jar, and then she also has some Indian almond leaves as well, because wild bettas do like to hide. So right now she's actually following the leaf right now. She's gonna hide right under it as it falls, and as she was watching me suspiciously. So for now, she's gonna be hanging out in here. Soon, when she's ready and conditioned, I will put her in a tank with the male, and they can spawn if they want to, or maybe not. If they don't, that's okay too, but they will be going to a nice little tank. But for now, they're kind of hanging out here. Another thing I can point out, so I'm trying to put this back, is that these fish are carded. So what that means is that I have these little paper dividers, if I can get one out, right here. These are in between all of the jars, which allows me to uncard them if I want. So if I take away these guys can flare at each other. But when they're not flaring at each other, oh, there's the little veil-tail female. I could put these back so that I can kind of control how much flaring they do, how much exposure they have to each other. So that's good. They're probably not gonna flare too much because they're confused as to why I'm bothering them so late. So I'm just gonna cover this back up and let them rest. Also, I guess I might as well show you because it's fun to look at these things. I drilled holes in the lids, so even though the jars have lids in them, there is going to be some oxygen exchange, but I didn't want to do too many holes because that does help maintain the temperature. As you can see, there's some condensation on the lids. I don't know if you can see it, but that's because of the warmer water and the evaporation. So that's kind of my little temporary Betta jarring corner. I don't know if this is going to be my permanent setup right here, but that's kind of what I currently like and what's working for me. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, this little unboxing, as well as a little sneak preview to my little Betta area. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe. Down in the comments below, let me know if you want to learn more or know more about jarring fish, or have any questions that I can answer or make future videos about, because I love making videos answering your questions, because what probably helps you will probably help a lot of people, and I like helping everybody. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!